Martin, another scintillating performance today. What do you make of that?
One of the best performances of the season. I think we've said that a few times in recent weeks now, but really, really good. Maybe stuffy first 10 minutes, but after that, got the first goal. Just looked in command the whole game. Some really, really sexy football and, exchange of play all over the park. Loads and loads of energy as usual. Made the 5 substitutions were exciting substitutions as well, weren't they? You're bringing on Jota, you're bringing on Juranovic, who's become one of the fans' favourites. Piton came on, O'Reilly and Forrest as well. So, the bench was really strong today, probably strongest it's been all year. And similar to what happened during the week, we could have had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals. We could have scored it well at the end. We're kind of mucking about a little bit, weren't we, back heels and trying to score, putting the ball through their legs twice. Just loads of things like that happening in the game. But a really, really, really good performance. We're on fire just now. Our prediction is we're going to win the league with 10 points.
There you go. It's a massive statement. For some of the free-flowing attacking football in the first half was just irresistible again. Abada, he's so good at making those runs. You've seen it during the week again. It was a great ball by Hatate again. Those two only played the first half, but I thought both of them were excellent. Abada got, I think, at least one assist as well. The two of them were fantastic.
It's great to see Abada getting a run of form, because when he first came, he had a real good run of form and then he fell away, and now he's back. And I think that's partly because the team's getting stronger and stronger. If you're a good player playing in a strong team, you're going to excel, and that's what's happening with him. I think that's now 3 goals in 3, I think? Certainly 3 goals, nearly double figures for the season. He's up at 9 goals, so he's on fire. Hatate's just a one-off, honestly. He's the best player we've had for a long, long time, probably going back to Dembele.
Did you see that pass that he did midway through the first half on his left foot? He almost caught it in the volley, but he was in mid-air.
He's one of those players that knows everything that's going on round about him. He doesn't need to turn round. He knows he just dictates the play. He's so comfortable on the ball, left foot, right foot. Defensively, he retains possession. He plays a perfectly weighted pass. He's just got absolutely everything. He's a one-off, and I hope we keep him for a long time.
Yeah. O'Reilly goes out today, who's been fantastic since he come in. Walgett comes in, scores 2 goals. And as you mentioned earlier on, it gives us that depth to have those options off the bench. The bench hasn't been strong all season. Very different today. But what a performance from Rogic as well.
Rogic was, I think he got man of the match. He was really, really good. I think we've got 8 or 9 up front now, and every single one of them are on form, on fire, just that core capability. And you look at the back, you look at Carter Vickers' tackle near the end. Just absolutely brilliant. Desire and the hunger in that team. And I heard somebody use the word earlier on about relentless. That describes that team perfectly, doesn't it? They are relentless. It doesn't matter who we're up against, the strength, who's out, who's in. They're all fighting hard for each other. The manager's instilled that work ethic. And he did, remember, we watched that early training session when he first came in and said, we don't stop at half time, full time, stop to celebrate, and that's it. You can see that coming to fruition now, that they're working so hard for each other. I think if you've got 1 or 2 hard-working players in the team like Akogo or 1 or 2 others, nobody else is, then they end up knackered, but they're all running for each other. It's a bit like, I know we're not Barcelona, but it's a bit like the old Barcelona. Everybody always played, they're always moving all the time, and because you're not chasing the ball, because you're not having to get possession back, you're not actually using as much energy. That's the irony. Yeah. But
the intensity, you touched on it there, the intensity off the ball all over the pitch is there for everybody to see, from even guys like Walgett, who you haven't associated that with in the past, and that helps going towards like the defensive record, because we've kept another clean sheet there today. Hart had 1 save from a deflected shot that I can remember, but we're defending brilliantly as well, and that's down to the intensity without the ball in it.
I think since we've come back, I think in the league it's 12-4 and 1 against, and the 1 goal against was at Tynecastle. It was offside, shouldn't have stood. Yeah. So we're not losing any goals, and we're scoring a barrel load now, and I'm sure that will continue to be the case. And for a long time we were just winning games narrowly, weren't we? And then there's during the week and today, and I'm sure it will continue for the remainder of the season. I think we've got 8 games before the split, 4 at home, 4 away. Home games look comfortable games. I think it's St Mirren, Ross County, St Johnstone and Dundee. The 4 away games are all tough. We've got Livy, Rangers, Hibs and Aberdeen. But I genuinely believe that team will go to these venues and will not fear the opposition. And I genuinely, as I said earlier, I think we'll win the league in a canter. I think we'll win it by quite a number of points.
We are getting better and better, aren't we? 4 points clear as it stands just now, whether that's to be for a couple of hours or not. It's a great place to be in. I was thinking today, the last time we came here, Rangers dropped points at home to Hearts, but we kicked off at the same time. And even though we were still behind that day, there was the Celtic song, a rendition of the Celtic song at the end, and there's a real intensity in the crowd. But you see today, the crowd, even when we were missing those chances in the second half, just the energy, because we're just loving what we're watching.
There's such a connection between the fans and the players. You can see it at the end, but you see it from pre-match going into the game. There's no pressure when we're 0-0. We just get behind the team and the players. You can see every single one of them there warming the crowd and vice versa. And we've not got 1 or 2 favourites, just the whole team defensively. The goalkeeper's got a connection with the fans up front. It's just, if you're watching that game as a neutral, you'd be thinking, who are the strikers? And where the goals coming, they're coming from everywhere now, aren't they? Everybody can score in that team, and there's just such a togetherness. I just can't see us faltering. I think since the Livingston defeat, which feels like a few seasons ago now, I think that might be 20 wins and 3 draws, 23 games domestically. And we just don't look like we can get beat now. You know, there might be the odd draw here or there, but it looks like we can't get beaten. Looks like we've got a really good chance to get the treble back.
Remarkable consistency. Last one today. Who's your man of the match?
It has to be Rogic, doesn't it? I mean, there's a lot of star players out there today. As you said earlier, Abada was good. It was interesting he took a couple of the star players off at half time, but the game was won 3-0 at half time again. But Rogic was sensational. You think he's just come back from Australia. You know, managers of old would have probably rested him, and I heard the gaffer saying during the week, you know, we don't rest players. If they're fit, they're in, you know. The rest at the end of the season, I think was what he said, And he was true to his word today. It might have been tempting to rest Rogic, but he chose not to, and I'm glad he didn't. I mean, how he never got a hat-trick, I'll never know, But Rogic for me, definitely.